Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The force shall free me.
What the hell are you talking about, Tom?
I don't know. I just like cults. They're fun.
I don't know. I was inspired.
Oh, well. Anyways, now since we're trying to inspire to join a cult, the Sith cult, we're going to continue our Star Wars month, and we're going to talk about the TV shows, what we liked, what we didn't like, and what the best show is.
Yeah,
Right.
unlike the movies, the TV shows they're going pretty strong here in the end. So
yeah. So let's talk about it, right?
Hell yeah, brother.
Welcome to the Nerdy Phase Podcast. Featuring your hosts, Serge, Tom, and Dagan.
All right, welcome to the Nerdy Phase. It's just let's dive right into it. I don't think we need introductions at this point. I mean, you got Dagan not following the rules because it's Star Wars month. He's wearing some green shirt. I don't even know what that is.
yeah, it's a G-Shock shirt.
That almost looks like a Jedi symbol.
Yeah,
It could.
honestly,
It's New Age Jedi symbol.
Yeah. Just stay right there in the middle. Don't move the entire podcast.
Oh god, no.
Tom has his Jedi symbol hat. I'm wearing the Last Jedi shirt. I'm representing the Last Jedi.
You just hate Star Wars? Is that why?
I was gonna say maybe I should just walk away because this was. I mean, it's got Kylo Ren though. Kylo Ren was cool.
My favorite pajama pants that I own right now are one is The Force Awakens, the other one's The Last Jedi.
So, but yeah, let's hit up what nerdy thing we've done this week. So I mean, I can start this time around.
Go for it.
Yeah. What nerdy thing I've done this week? Stardew Valley. It's been a lot of fun just building my farm with my wife, and it's been fun. And there's really nothing to Stardew Valley. If you haven't played it, you don't know. Play it, and it'll change your life forever. I promise. I've also started a Yuden Chronicles. So for those who don't know what that is, it's a spiritual successor to Suikoden. It was a series on the PlayStation and PlayStation 2. Never went past that. It did 5. It was made by Konami. This game was kickstarted by the guy who made Suikoden. He kickstarted on Kickstarter, and it finally came out. $50 on Steam or Xbox Game Pass. It's on there if you already pay for that. I'm about 10 hours in. It's pretty good. It captures the same charm as the Suikoden series. I just don't know where the story's going right now because I'm not quite that far. But graphics, it just has a nice updated form of the graphics. It's got the combination attacks, things like that. So supposedly you can recruit 100 heroes, similar to the 108 stars. But yeah, that's all I've really done. I haven't really done anything.
Yeah. The only thing I know about Suikoden was that it was like one of the first games where you could just like walk around, like pet a cat. So
no, not really.
Can you pet a cat? I swear, it's one of the first ones. Yeah, it was like it was just. I know it was a big thing. It's like pet cat. Like pet cat.
That's right. You can talk to the cat. Yeah,
you're still not able to pet a dog in Tears of the Kingdom. And everybody wanted to pet a dog in Breath of the Wild, but you can't pet a dog in Tears of the Kingdom either. Totally lost opportunity there.
Yep. Give them all the meat, and they'll go dig stuff up. But no pets.
See, the thing that made Suikoden unique was the fact that it has like 3 types of battles. There you go, 3. Like you could do the traditional battle, like turn-based RPGs, but this one lets you have 6 party members, which is really cool. Right, so you have 6 party members, and then they have these one-on-one battles where your hero fights one-on-one. It's kind of like a rock paper scissors type game. So you have to try to guess if they're going to attack, defend, or do a desperate attack. So defend kills desperate attack kills defend. Desperate attack kills attack. So you have to try to guess that. And then they did like a army battle where each same thing is like rock paper scissors, but it's like your whole army's fighting against another army. So it was really cool. Plus you recruit 100 Nick characters. They all do different things. So
That's cool.
I'm pretty stoked about see how this goes. So I know more about it. I just haven't had a chance to play it as much as I'd want to. Oh wait, I forgot. I did do something nerdy this week. I went to a car show. Midwest Muscle. They're like I don't know. I'm sure you've heard of them, Dagan. No.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of car clubs and
Yeah.
things around.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
generic
the
car
car-
show.
Midwest Muscle did their car show over at the Sports Center here in town. It was really, really cool. I was really hoping to see a Dodge Viper. However, I did not. But they had like a car that did not belong, like a Trailblazer SS. I don't know why that was there.
They at least soup it up or something.
No,
I mean, I think the SSs are supercharged, but
they are. But anyways, but it's they had like a bunch of Mustangs, and a bunch of trucks, souped up trucks.
How many Ford GTs there?
They did have a couple,
Okay.
but not a whole lot. The probably the highlight was the one I saw was this one that was I think it was one of the Mustang models. I couldn't tell because it was all decked out. It was Alice Cooper theme.
Oh.
So
Yeah, Ford GT. That's my dream supercar. It's never gonna happen, but
yeah.
I don't know. What
But
about
it
you
was
guys? What's
all
everybody's dream
Alice
car?
Cooper theme. So it was cool.
Dream supercar. Go.
Pagani Zonda Roadster.
Okay.
Dream supercar? I really don't know.
Don't know.
I like the Nissan Skyline. Does that count?
No, that's not a
No.
supercar. It's a rice burner.
What's a supercar?
Supercar is going to be something like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or
See, I
like
don't know.
McLaren.
I mean,
I
a
like the
super proper
McLaren.
like vintage Skyline might be all right, but
Yeah,
I like the
maybe,
McLaren.
but yeah, I mean McLarens are sexy cars.
I'm not very strong in cars, so I'm the worst
Oh,
person to talk
yeah,
about
I mean,
this.
I would like the
Which
original Ford
McLaren?
GT, but the new.
I
well,
don't
when I say
know.
new, because they only were making the new GTs for like what 4 years, maybe. They didn't make them long.
I have
Yeah.
no clue.
I know there was a big controversy. John Cena bought one, and there was something in your contract where you weren't allowed to sell your car for like so many years, just due to the fact that it was such a low
production,
amount.
Yeah,
low
he auctioned
production.
his off.
But he auctions it off, and the reason why is because John Cena's fucking huge, and it's a tiny ass little
Yeah.
super car. You couldn't fit
Who's
in it
John
anyway.
Cena?
I mean, I've heard of him. I've never seen him.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I've never seen him either.
Yeah, he's just a myth.
So that's all I really did. I mean, I took the kids. It was cool. So
Okay.
I had
That's
bounce
fun.
houses. The kids like that.
Nice.
So I should have told you to come. It was $5. It was fairly cheap. Only $5 for me.
Ain't bad.
Or 10 for the car. But like I was going through there and I'm like, all right, it's $10 for your van. I was like, I'm the only adult. I'm not gonna pay an extra $5. They're like,
And
what do you mean?
Walk.
I was like, they're all 12 and under. The oldest person here is 10. And the guy's like, well, it's still $10 for the car. I was like, well, the thing said it's $5 for the adult and kids 10 and under are free.
How much is
He
parking?
goes, huh?
How much was parking?
Free?
Oh, apparently it's $5.
So I was like, he goes, oh, okay, fine, $5. He's like, just go talk to that guy. I'm like, okay. So I drove up to the next guy. He's like, it'll be 10. I was like, and I said the same thing to him. He's like, oh, everyone's 10 and under. He's like, yeah, $5, no problem. I'm like, okay. He didn't give me a hard time, but this other guy was just like, it's
Yeah.
$5. I mean,
I mean,
It's $5,
still
but it was
$10
the-
ain't bad.
but it was the principle, okay? So now if I had someone else with me, then yeah, $10, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So, but yeah, that's it.
What kind of van you guys driving?
Dodge Caravan. What
Okay,
other
yeah.
van is it? 2019.
Oh, okay. No,
I
we've
would have
got our,
smoked all those cars, no problem.
Yeah, we've got a Kia Carnival. Man, I fucking love that thing. It's one of those things like I don't ever
Oh, those
want
are
a
nice.
van, but
The Kia
when you
Carnival?
have a van, yeah. So
Huh.
nice.
Dude,
Um,
Key is doing some shit.
Oh yeah, they're doing my biggest complaint about that car is I feel like there was a lot of opportunity to put a lot of lights on the back. They didn't do it. You know, I feel like the blinkers and everything are super weak on it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it still looks nice. Yeah, it's an MPV, multi-purpose vehicle. It's a fucking van.
Yeah. It looks a little more. It's like a van that kind of like SUV-ish
Yeah.
clothing, but it's definitely a van.
This fits my 4 kids, so I'm good with that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like I love having a van. In general, you know, it's I
It's my
wouldn't pick a
daily
van.
driver too.
See, what I wanted is I wanted to get the Telluride just because I wanted the extra horsepower, the extra towing capacity, the all-wheel drive. Amber's like, yeah, the kids are gonna bang at the doors, blah blah
And the
blah.
worst name in car history. I hate that car. The Telluride. I can tell you ride, all right. Like,
Yeah. People call it the Telluride and Telluride, Telluride. I'm like, come on, figure it out.
just a bad name for a car. Anyways,
Yeah, I get that.
All right, you're up.
Yeah.
Grand WJ/Dagan.
yeah. Let's see. What's another thing I did? I finished anime. I was watching Sosu no Frieren.
What?
Sosu no Frieren? Frieren? I don't know. It's
Oh,
Frieren the monster, Killer
Yeah.
Frieren. I don't know.
Is it
I
that?
don't know.
Is it the one that silver
The elf
hair
girl.
chick?
Yeah.
okay.
It's
on my
a
watch
pretty
list.
it's a really neat story. It's like elves are super long lived. She's like 1,000 years old, and
Yeah.
she was part of like the epic adventures that like to slay the demon king. So
It's
like
not
her parties,
it's,
like
it's not Etsukai, is it?
It's like
no,
Okay,
it's
so
not. It's not isekai.
that's why
No,
I was
she's
like,
just she's just super old and like outlived. She's part of like this group of adventures that like killed the demon king. So they're like went down in history as this crazy adventure party, and they're like heroes of the world basically. And she basically, it just shows like all the people in her party dying of old age because they're humans, and like kind of how she's dealing with that. So it's her like doing a new adventure like 80 years after like the main hero died, and kind of flashing back, and it's an interesting story with cool action too. So 28
maybe-
episodes for the first, I don't know if that was one season or two, but there'll be another season. So
Ugh, so many things coming up, anime wise.
yeah,
We should do a duet mini phase, anime. You and me.
yeah, just
Tom doesn't
we
watch
could do it.
anime as much.
I do a little bit. So like
Yeah,
right now, well here no, we'll finish up what Dagan's doing. Then
No, I think that was pretty much all my nerdy. So just basically watching that. So, but Demon Slayer's starting up, so excited about that.
I already watched the first episode, so it was 45
on
minutes
Hulu?
long.
I saw
Huh?
that in theaters. So,
Do you know if Demon
Yeah,
Slayer's on Hulu?
yeah. The second episode released.
yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I'm glad I didn't see that one in theaters. Now the first 10 minutes was probably epic, where the snake Hashira and then the wind Hashira are fighting.
Yeah,
That was probably epic. It was epic in
It
theaters,
was
but the
alright
rest
in theaters. It didn't.
it wasn't
knowing-
action packed. And
After I
that's
saw,
why I didn't.
yeah. Well, you saw it was the last episode of the last season and the first episode of this season combined.
Well, the last
so,
episode of the last season wasn't that great either.
no, it was.
Now, like if they would have
It
done
wasn't
like
really worth it, but it's
if
whatever.
they
I
did
got
the
to see
last
Demon Slayer
episode,
early.
the last 2 episodes of the season 2. Now that was epic. I thought season 2 was way better than season 3. So I hope season 4 is better.
I'm just happy that they're kind of like just getting right into the action with these newer seasons. Like it's not like 20 episodes of just like, all right, yeah, we know you're recovering or you're doing some basic training.
Right.
It was like, remember the last like the Sword Village arc was just like, oh, they're just demons already attacking. We're in it. Let's go.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
So
and this new season, I'm thinking is going to be maybe the same way. We'll see. Tom, what did you do?
So I just found out that on Hulu, the other seasons of My Hero Academia is on there. So went ahead and started watching that, and then literally just now, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to upgrade to the no ads version because I'm getting pissed off and I just want to binge through the show. As soon as I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and cancel my Hulu account anyway. unless I find another anime I want to watch. But we'll get there later. So there's that. It's a good time. But I am now a certified BB gun, archery, and slingshot instructor, or at least safety officer for Cub Scouts.
Nice.
So if anybody in our pack wants to go and shoot BB guns, archery, or slingshots, I am allowed to do that. But then I also found out. So when going in, I thought it was going to be like 22s and all that kind of good stuff, but they don't start doing that until Boy Scouts, which is reasonable, even though my kids are already shooting my AR and 9 and whatever. But so normally it's like $300 to get a NRA certification to actually like teach classes and be an RSO, a range safety officer. Apparently it's like $80 if you go through Scouts. So yeah, as soon as that comes up, and then I might actually be able to go make some extra cash on the side, just going, because there's like not a whole lot of, if I want to go make some extra money while I'm not doing my normal 40 hours, my options is like I could go like
Can
work
you
another
excuse me
full-time
for a
job.
minute?
Yep. So so right now, I mean, if I want to go like deliver pizzas, or if I want to go I don't know, just work fast food, there's really not a whole lot of good part-time things I could do. But doing this, I can go and do something I enjoy, which is go hang out at a shooting range and get paid to hang out with some people who like to shoot guns too. So yeah, so that's super awesome that I'm able to get those certifications and training. So there's a pistol, a rifle, and a shotgun. And they're all like month to month. Each month there's like a new one, but it's not until later this fall. So I'm going to keep an eye on those and get registered for those ASAP. And then if I'm lucky,
that'd be cool.
My pack / the troop might go ahead and pay me for it. Well, help pay for it. So if they want to go do anything, they can. But now that I've got this, I kind of want to catch them all in terms of like I want to be able to do the high ropes course, low ropes course, rock climbing, rappelling. I'm gonna start looking for all the certifications.
Yeah,
and pick those up. Just because my uncle, he used to be the scoutmaster of our troop. Back when I was in like junior high, early high school. So since he was in charge, and that's what he did. He just got all the certifications. So if we wanted to go do something, boom, schedule it. We go, we have fun. It was great. So that was my nerdiest thing that I did was Boy Scout stuff. Because what's more nerdy than Boy Scouts?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Oh yeah.
Then if you get mad at your scout leader, you can be like, screw you, I'm gonna make my own troop with blackjack and hookers.
Oh hell yeah, brother. Yeah. That's called Venture Crew. No. Which nerd news, apparently it is no longer, as of like a week ago, it's no longer BSA, Boy Scouts of America. Now it's
just Scouts of America.
Yeah, Scouts of America. Which
whatever.
It's fine. Honestly, I really don't have that big of an issue with girls being in Boy Scouts. My issue is I know what a horny little fuck I was. So why would you take a bunch of kids, put them out in the woods together, where they could just go run off behind a tree somewhere and go fuck? That's my only complaint. But in terms of like the girl, like I think they should.
They'll earn their pitching a tent badge way quicker now.
Exactly. Like I don't know enough about Girl Scouts, but from anybody I've talked to, it's more like baking and arts and crafts, and
baking,
this and
sewing. Yeah, it's more of the quote unquote old homemaker.
Yeah, which I think are good skills. In fact, I think to an extent, Boy Scouts should be learning those things too. Because what if you're out and about and you need to repair your clothes or something? Those are. I didn't take home ec. I took because you had to take one like home ec type class in high school. So I took a cooking class because. Let's face it.
Yeah.
What's going to get you more laid than being able to cook something good for your woman? No.
Yeah. At my school, it was just both. It was like the first half was the sewing and the back half was the cooking. So,
yeah, we only had to do half. However, though, I want to. So, okay. Well, I guess he just got back. I'm going to tell my story anyway because it's funny. So, during that cooking class, we had somebody come in to do like a sex education thing, talking about like STDs and all that kind of good stuff. And it was one of our French horn players' mom. So like the entire time my thought was, it's like, no wonder this kid's weird, because his mom probably puts up a thing of like genital warts up on the wall. This is what happens when you have sex before marriage. So,
What did I miss?
we're talking about home ec class, and whatnot. So
Did you mark anything?
No,
no,
this
just
is all-
kind of,
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all good content. You would never want to cut this out.
oh, no. We're having
I'm
a good
down
time
with
here.
that.
Yeah. So, you'll have to go back and watch this part later whenever
I
you're,
will. I will.
done.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Now that you're back, I'm sure our view count just.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And that's the show, guys.
All right, let's go.
Well, we
So-
can get to the meat of it now. Let's talk some
Yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars while Tom drinks out of his Dubby cup.
Dubby.
Dubby.
My Dubby cup is dirty, so I'm sorry. But Tom can
Oh.
show his.
Yeah, it's dirty because we use
Dubby
it
is
all
our
the time.
proud sponsor. Promo
Indeed.
code SURGE gets you 10% off your next purchase. Highly recommend
Nice.
it. So,
Yep.
Even Dagan is going to purchase Dubby tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
For
As
10%
soon as you
off.
guys drop $5 or $10 in our non-existent Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, if you use promo code SURGE, you get 10% off your Dubby. So, before we get
do
into
it.
it, I just want to let you know about that. They have
Mhm.
a lot of good products, hydration, energy, whatever you want. So,
Plus cool
Anyways.
cups. See that dragon? Dragon's sweet.
Yeah. Red
yeah,
Dragon.
I got the Blackborn cup. He got a dragon. It was random too. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. We both ordered the
Oh,
same
man.
thing, and he got a dragon cup, and I got a plain black cup that says Dubby.
I just don't like the red
Hey.
and white.
I'll
Man.
take it.
If it was
I would
black and
send
white,
you
I'd be
mine,
all about
and you
this
can
one.
send me yours, and I'll be happy.
Okay.
You could just,
But,
just get a vinyl dragon sticker and just put on your cup,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But anyways, promo code SURGE, get 10% off. Helps us out. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
It's true. As long as you know about Dubby, I don't care where they
Yeah.
go. So,
Yeah, don't hide them. Buy them Dubby.
Yeah.
but all right, let's since we talked about Smarts, let's talk about the main part of the show.
Yeah.
Favorite let's just TV shows.
TV shows. Yeah.
Okay,
Star
let's-
Wars TV shows.
let's-
Star Wars
the
TV
modern
shows.
era Star Wars that's not disappointing, unlike that awful
Um,
trilogy.
We're talking about the cartoon, the live action. We're talking about it all.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to start with saying that I do have to say, my favorite one out of all those is Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars Rebels was strong. So, and then followed
I
by
mean-
the Clone Wars. Those
I
are
mean,
my two
Rebels
favorites.
is good. Rebels sets up, a lot of the current TV. I mean, Rebels is just the prequel to Ahsoka. So if you haven't watched Rebels, you're missing out a lot of Ahsoka lore.
Rebels is also the prequel to Rogue One, the prequel to A New Hope. Rebels covers a lot of stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Eh,
I'm not
that's
going
a
to say it's
stretch.
not the prequel, but definitely there's a lot. There's more
Okay.
like it's more like Easter eggs going into them versus.
Well,
actually
yeah, but
setting
it
up.
has
Yeah.
the whole arc of Saul Guerrera getting on the ship, finding out about Krennic's plan to build the Death Star, and the Empire rejecting the Death Star plan and going with the TIE Defender from Thrawn. So
Yeah,
that's big.
but we get a lot of
We
the
could say the same thing with Bad Batch. You wouldn't know because you haven't finished it yet. So
I'm on season 2, episode 6. It's
yeah,
fine.
we're
I'll get
episode
there.
3. 12 episodes minimum, if not more than that.
Yeah.
And there's
Bad Batch
the
is bad.
very end.
Okay, I don't like it that much.
So the Bad Batch, it's the prequel to A New Hope and Rogue One with your logic.
yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's true.
Oh, what do you know? The Star
I mean,
Wars
so is the
Episode
the
1 of
prequel
Phantom
trilogy.
Menace is the is the setup.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Rogue One, there's Easter eggs in Rogue One from Rebels. If you don't know, like you see Chopper run through the thing,
Yeah.
and then in the
Yeah.
background when they're trying to get into the Rogue One, it says paging Captain Syndulla, paging Captain Syndulla.
It's almost
And-
like all these shows are tied into the same universe.
I
What do
know.
you know?
So, and the Rebels has the best ship, the Ghost. better than the
better
Millennium
ships.
Falcon, huh?
No. No.
I mean, I do like the
The Ghost
Ghost
isn't
quite a
bad.
bit. I would say Millennium Falcon, the Ghost, like in that order, but I'm not saying necessarily my favorite ship, but it's I would
like
say
the
that is
Ghost.
mine.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to figure out what ship, if I were to have any of the ships that are available, yeah, I guess either the Ghost or the Millennium Falcon, because they've got speed and they have some firepower.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
is the B-Wing lore, is that in Rebels? Or is that Clone
B-Wing,
Wars?
yeah, B-Wings and Rebels.
Rebels,
It's
yeah.
like 1,000 Rebels. The B-Wing's
Yeah.
still my favorite starfighter, so I loved all that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not in Clone Wars. It's
I
think it's,
thought it was Rebels.
yeah, it's in Rebels, Star Wars Squadrons. And then of course I think the first time it actually shows up on screen is episode 6.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
No, I mean, it's Rebels is great. Like I said, it ties in all the new lore because it's all kind of show run by the same guy, Dave Filoni.
mhm.
did Filoni
So-
do Clone Wars as well? Right?
Yes.
He
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah, he did Clone Wars
Yeah.
first, and then he did Rebels.
Then Rebels, and he's doing Ahsoka, and
And
Yeah.
see, the best thing about Clone Wars is you really see the development of why Anakin is more powerful, why he's so powerful,
yeah,
and you see the development of Ahsoka.
Mhm.
Introduces Ahsoka, which is the best Jedi in the whole, all of it.
I mean,
It's
she-
the thing.
I mean, she's not a Jedi, so
Yeah, she does say,
technically
I'm
speaking-
no Jedi." Well, at the time she was
she
a
is no
Padawan.
Jedi.
Well, yeah,
She
now
quit-
she's not, but at the
Well,
time
yeah,
in
and-
Clone Wars she was.
But she quit. She made an active decision to quit.
Yeah, season 7, which was really
Mhm.
cool. And then she encounters Darth Maul, and Darth Maul's like, they sent a Jedi or whatever, and she's like, I'm no Jedi. It's,
I'm no
it's really
Jedi.
cool.
I still think she's a Jedi. I mean, it's like one of those things. It's like,
She's a light side user. She's not necessarily a Jedi or a gray Jedi because it's not canon.
yeah. Well, like I
Yeah.
said, Grey Jedi officially is not Jedi, is not canon. But from I think what the
What is
common the common
Well-
nomenclature, she is the Grey Jedi right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the show Ahsoka, Balin Skull called her something, and I cannot remember the term he used.
I don't know.
But
Balin,
he had a
that's
term.
just saying, like, Balin Skull, speaking of the Ahsoka shows, Balin Skull, like, he's also not a Jedi, but he's not a Sith either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just a
like the
dark
Sith
user.
version of Ahsoka in a way. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
he's
a
a
dark
dark
side
side
user.
user. But yeah,
Well, see, like, and that's the thing. Rebels introduces that concept when Kanan Jarrus is blind, and he's lost. He meets that creature Bandu,
Mhm.
right? And Bandu is like, just the Force, just be, I just
Yeah.
use the Force. I'm not light or dark. I just use the Force, you
Yeah.
know. And essentially, Ahsoka, that's what I look at. She's a light side Force user, and Balin Skull is a dark side Force user. They're not
Mhm.
necessarily Jedi or Sith. They just use the Force, but they use it in different ways.
Yeah, it's kind
Hence-
of like the same between like being a Catholic or being Christian. It's like you could believe in the teachings in the book and everything, but you're not necessarily dogmatic to the principles of the Vatican or whatever. Or,
Yeah, it's like-
Coruscant.
Right. So, but
Yeah.
that's my take on. That's why I like Rebels, because you see Ahsoka, grown up Ahsoka. Though I like, my favorite version of Ahsoka was season 7, Darth Maul, when she fights Darth Maul. That's
yeah,
peak Ahsoka, in my opinion.
Oh man, that live action. Well, not live action, but the motion capture fight. Oh, so good.
hmm
God,
It
it
was
looks
good.
so good.
No, I mean, I think both Clone Wars and Rebels just have. I think they're the most like lore-rich Star Wars outside of like the original trilogy and the prequels.
Yeah.
Well, I would say even on those, I don't think they go very deep in like overall lore, and at least not
That's
like
true.
Rebels. And I mean, obviously, it is the lore because it is the Star Wars. But in terms of getting into like stories from, let's talk. Oh my God, what's the Mandalore? Where
Yeah.
that came from? Darksaber. going into what the brother, the sister, and the father, and all that stuff.
The Mortis gods, yeah.
Yeah, Mortis.
That
Yeah,
was a
like,
good mini arc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
I mean,
I was gonna say in that one, like the brother, like it just goes to show that Anakin was 100% destined to turn to the dark side no matter what. Because his brother shows him everything he's
Mhm.
going to do, and Anakin could have been like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go against with that." And he's just like, "Whatever, fuck it, let's go." Like he just embraces it.
No, they wiped his memory.
So I mean, they wiped his memory, yeah. But
So he
after
just-
Mortis, but like when he was shown
Yeah.
all that, knowing that he was doing all that, he just embraced it completely. And like before they erased his memory, he just went for it. He didn't care. He embraced the dark side completely. So,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
it goes to
that's
show his
I mean, that's
character
with Clone
right there.
Wars. It's like it was the only place where they explored like the legend of the one, like the prophecy, like that was all talked
Right.
about. Like you like, oh no, it really was true. Here he is. This is what the prophecy was talking about.
Right, because at the end when he wiped his memory, he tamed both of them.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
He
I-
was the first
I always
balanced.
thought Ahsoka right there was the representation of the daughter.
Yeah, which you
the
see
true-
in the Ahsoka live action as well,
Right. So
with the bird that follows her around,
Yeah.
being
the
the daughter.
bird and then the statues at the end.
Yeah, the Mortis God statues. Yeah,
Mhm.
crazy good tie-in. I'm so excited for
Yeah,
more
God, I
Ahsoka
so hope
because
they bring Abeloth in. Oh, that'd be dope. I really need
Bring
to get
who?
down on that. Abeloth.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So that's a book series that I need to get into because it's a few books. I want to say that is after the Yuzan Vong. Maybe it's during. I think it's after.
So
but
and then I do have to mention Rebels does have it's not one of those long fights. It's just like a quick 5-second fight, but the significance behind it is really it's the one of the best fights in the whole series. When Maul finally finds Obi-Wan
yes,
and they fight, like Obi-Wan does his stance, and then Darth Maul doesn't change, and then all of a sudden he changes the Qui-Gon stance, and Obi-Wan does Qui-Gon, and then Darth Maul he's like, "Oh, I got this. I beat him with this stance ready,"
Mhm.
and Obi-Wan just
Yeah.
like destroys him.
No, he goes through 3 stances in that. He starts out as
As the
young
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan,
the whole-
then he
Mhm.
falls down into to old to Ben Kenobi stance, the low stance,
Oh yeah,
and then he pulls it up into the Qui-Gon and baits him. Yeah, it's incredible.
it's so good. It just goes to show how powerful Obi-Wan really was throughout the whole
Yeah.
series. So
Yeah,
Well, Dagan, what's your favorite series thus far?
man. I mean, I think it's still Clone Wars. I mean, it's just so much of the lore that we love is all established in Clone Wars.
Mhm.
Like we were saying, it's like all the Ahsoka stuff that's coming out now is established there. All the Mandalore. We learn all about Mandalore and the wars and the Darksaber. That's all established there.
Yeah.
The Force ghosts. The fact, how we see just the random Force ghosts, that's established in Clone Wars. Like,
yep,
Yoda goes through the whole, and then he sends Obi-Wan to do that training as well. So that's why Obi-Wan can do it. And Yoda knew about it from Qui-Gon.
Mm-hmm.
So that explains everybody who can be a Force ghost besides Anakin. But, we'll just say he figured it out.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Right.
literally, it's like, oh, this is like this special like vision quest that Jedi have to go on to like get this ability, and it's just like, oh shoot, that's crazy. It's not just. I mean, that's why we're not just seeing like every Jedi under the sun. It's like, hey man, what's up? I'm a Force ghost.
Yeah,
check
and
it out.
also like it shows that not only light side can do Force ghosts, but the Sith can as well.
Mhm.
Because he encounters Darth Bane.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
which I mean,
it talks to me,
I wish they talked about more about Darth Bane than that because they.
They need to release a Darth Bane show or movie or something. God, like him, Plagueis, like those were fantastic book series.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Bane and Plagueis are canon.
Mhm.
Yeah. They're canon, so might
The
as well
characters
just
are
tell the
canon,
story.
not the backstory
Yeah.
that we know about them. That's not known. The Mandalore War is canon, which then wasn't Darth Revan part of the Mandalore War?
Yeah, Revan's
Mhm.
canon as well.
Yeah.
I wish. Well, so yeah, obviously the characters themselves exist. I kind of am annoyed that they changed it to where Palpatine is the one who conjured the Force to create Anakin. I kind of wish they would have kept
Yeah.
it for.
That was in the comics. I like how they did it.
Yeah.
The fact
That's-
that Pelagius was manipulating the Force, and so the midichlorians retaliated against him because of a certain experiment, and they retaliated and created.
Well, see, that's what Plagueis
Anakin.
did.
Yeah, that's what Pelagius did.
Yeah.
Or
Have you,
Sidious
Dagan, have you gotten down to the
manipulated.
book? Those specific books?
Nope.
If-
Books and me don't jive.
Do you, I mean, I don't know. Do you drive a lot? What do you? I don't know. Do you have long, like, I don't know, when you mow the lawn?
I can do
you know-
audiobooks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. When you're cleaning the school, do you still clean schools?
Yeah, I do some stuff, yeah.
When you're doing that, you listen to an
yeah,
audiobook.
pop an earbud in. Oh my! I will give you my logins. I will give you my Amazon logins, so you can listen to at least a few of those books. Of course, I would say get down to pretty much all of them. You know, you've got the Aftermath series, which is great. But I would say start off on one series and one individual book. I would say get down on Plagueis, get down on the Bane trilogy,
Yeah.
and then from there, I mean, just if you see something else. Oh, Thrawn, anything Thrawn.
Thrawn.
Heir to the
Uh,
Empire, not anymore. That's
I
not
only
canon.
consume canon lore.
So if you do Thrawn, you could do Thrawn Alliances, Thrawn Rising, Thrawn Ascendants.
Yeah, so
But they're not
there's
technically
six.
canon, are
No,
they?
Those are
there's
canon,
six. There's 6 canon
Are they?
books based
Oh.
on the Rebels Thrawn. Like literally
Right.
what happens in Thrawn. Like
Yeah.
who is it? Luinda. What's the governor's name? Or
Which one?
In Rebels, the governor, the chick with
Moff
the
Gideon?
the Edna Mode
No,
hair,
no.
the short black hair.
Oh, I don't remember him.
I know you're talking about, but I
Price.
Yeah.
Luinda
don't know the
Price.
name.
Luinda Price is her name. So she is introduced originally in the first Thrawn book, the first canon Thrawn book. So the whole uprising of Thrawn, oh god, that's such a good book. I really hope they bring Eli Vanto in. He's a really good character. Yeah, like I said, if you want them after this, I will send you my credentials. You are
I
more
might
than
hit you up
welcome
on that. We'll see.
to start getting, because they're just it's so good. But yeah,
But yeah. Anyways,
Hmm?
back to Clone Wars. It's so lore deep. That's what's I love about it. It explains like all those little questions you had. It just kind of explains, and then introduces more questions like why the heck isn't Ahsoka in Episode 3? Why has she never talked about ever? And then we get
Well-
new stuff from Dave Filoni, like
Well, and the thing
the
is, even
Mandalorian, which was like,
once again, like the whole thing with Ahsoka, like it doesn't explain her nothing. She just appears. She was in hiding the whole time. Like all of a sudden, she appears with lightsabers. You know, she was in hiding as a repair person named Ashla on this planet.
yeah. I mean,
So-
there's reasons they can make up, but it's one of those like
It's in the book of Ahsoka, which is canon.
yeah, they don't perfectly match up, but they're
It's close.
yeah, they're like
the best
everything
we
that happened
get.
in the book is canon, but go ahead and we're retconning what happened in Tales of the Jedi.
Right.
But other than so in Clone Wars, like I said, cartoon and stuff. If we just do live action, I don't know. Mandalorian was fantastic. It had some low points. I think Ahsoka I'm the most excited for to see where it can go, because they've teased like the Mortis gods and things, and like seeing that in live action I think would be incredible.
Yeah.
I'm really sad the actor that played Balin Skull passed, because I think he had the potential to have the best story of any character of
So
any
he-
live action series.
Besides Thrawn, I think
Yeah,
Ray Stevenson stole that show as well.
he did. Yeah,
Like he was so good. He was just calm, collected.
well, because
like-
in Ahsoka, like he comes out just swinging Sith vibes. You know, he's just cutting people down, doing a thing, and then as the show goes on, you're like, no, this dude's
Different.
on something completely different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's got this plan, and he wants to figure like the deep meanings of like life out.
Right. Now, did I like the fact that he whooped Ahsoka's ass in that? No, not really. But
You got to realize, like, he's an
Ahs-
actual fully trained Jedi, and Ahsoka never was.
Ahsoka never
Granted,
pulled out her
she may
second. lightsaber,
Yeah.
so I mean, she wasn't a full power. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's all
Yeah, I
good.
don't know how to feel about that one, but
It's
Yeah.
okay. I
I
mean,
think
Ben
I
and
think
Skull.
Ahsoka also has issues with the Force on occasion. So
Yeah, I guess. Don't be insulting the great Ahsoka, okay?
hey, she's not as in tune as like some people would be. I think she has conflict in it.
So, I mean, she was hurt by the Jedi Order. I mean, it's valid. So, and her master, whom she loved, turned to the dark side. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and she was supposed to die and never did. So, I mean, there's a lot of conflict she has. She's a very complex character.
Yeah.
So, but oh well.
All right, Tom, your turn.
okay. So I would say my top. We'll go top 2 ones because I feel like they're my favorites for completely different reasons. So we'll go ahead and say Clone Wars. Just because it is, I think it does the best for story, lore, setting up different plot points. I think the overall writing is better than anything else, including Rebels. There's a few points where it's like, oh wow, that's a really beautiful moment, and I start to tear up a little bit, especially when you start getting the music going and everything. It's like, oh god, like honestly, I think one of my favorite episodes is the first episode, the one where Yoda goes to that planet with those clones. He goes to
yes,
the
It's been forever.
the Toydarian.
Toydarian, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Toydarian. My tricks don't work on me.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole it's such a good wholesome show. It's teaching good, life lessons, and I think I'm pretty sure I complained, I wish the kids weren't on their tablets all the time. Like, come on, sit down and watch some shows. Like, there's some good stuff out there to get into.
It's also nice to see Yoda being Yoda.
Oh yeah,
like out in the field, not just stuck in a chair. Like, he's like clones. They're like, we can't do this, and Yoda's like, don't worry about it. You think too much.
You guys are all individuals.
Also introduces lots of like the other Jedi, Luminara, Plo. Is it Plo? Plo, right? Plo Koon.
Plo Koon.
Shakti, Kit Fisto. Like these are people you see that you never see do anything. Bear Sophy
die on screen, yeah.
So, what's his name?
Have you guys gotten Tales of the Sith yet? Or Tales of the Empire yet? Have you guys?
I haven't watched it yet. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's Star Wars month. What am I going to do? Anything other than make sure I'm caught up on Star Wars shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been, I've been catching up on.
Don't worry, he's got a Last Jedi shirt on. He's a real fan.
Oh yeah, exactly. The biggest fan, wearing the Last Jedi shirt. I don't know why the fuck you're even on this podcast tonight.
Look at that, Kylo Ren. That's all you need to know.
Oh,
I hated that whiny bitch.
No,
I loved Kylo Ren.
I liked Kylo Ren. I think they just could have done a much better job with him. I think Adam Driver did the best he could with that character. I
agree on that. Like, I think the actor was fine.
This is a Robert show. First off, 3 epic things about Kylo Ren. First epic thing, opening scene of Star Wars Force Awakens. They shoot the lightsaber. He just stops. Not lightsaber, sorry. Blaster. He just stops the beam midair and goes on about his business.
Yeah.
That's badass. Number 2.
Why is he that powerful?
Yeah.
I don't know. Number 2.
Exactly.
He takes a bowcaster to the freaking rib and takes a knee and then goes on to fight in the forest. So, number 3, like, he's so powerful that when he first did the lightsaber thing, the force through him cracked the kyber crystals. That's why his thing's all janky. So, yeah,
that right there is, like, I think, good storytelling, lore, and everything. But the fact is, he got bested multiple times by Mary Sue with absolutely no training.
That was soft magic.
Yeah, no, 100%
that was 100% soft magic. That was bullshit.
That's soft writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy writing.
That's plot armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That was like, they only did it because she was the good guy. Whatever. Ray's garbage.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I could
But
rant on about how bad those were, but
yeah, but I would say my
we'll go back to Clone
second
Wars,
favorite
something
show
good.
is going to be oh my god, not Rebels. Oh God, why can't I think? The one.
It was Book of Boba Fett. We know.
No.
Oh, no, I thought that was Mandalorian 2.5.
It kind of is.
Holy shit! Why can I not think of not
Andor?
Andor. There we go. I think Andor was my second favorite show. I know it's
Yeah, Sergio, you've seen all of Andor, right?
No, I'm halfway
No.
done.
No, he's not. So, for my opinion, I think those are the top two most Star Wars shows out there. Because with Clone Wars, it's Star Wars. It's the big, huge battles and the Jedi and the Force and all that kind of good stuff. But I would say for Andor, though, that is Star Wars. Because it is the rebellion against the Empire. It's a little guy versus the big guy, and it's not everybody can use the Force. And of course, me, being as libertarian-minded I am, it's like, oh, that's what happens when you get too much government power, So it's I definitely feel like I relate to it to an extent in terms of like I said, the whole political thing, but just seeing all the terrible things that the Empire does, and seeing what a few people do to try to risk everything to get there. And you don't always get the best people to do it. Sometimes you get people who want money, you get people who want just to be able to who are actually fighting for the cause. There's so many funny points, well, not even so many funny points, but a lot of dark moments that it's tragic on a lot of those scenes. I am a big fan of Rogue One. Rogue One isn't a perfect movie, but overall, I'm a big fan of it. So
I think it's one of the best movies, hands down.
Yeah, so I think those are my top two because I think they are the most Star Wars.
Yeah, I agree with Andor. Andor does a fantastic job of just showing
it's really slow
how awful the Empire is to just the people.
Oh yeah.
It's really slow.
It really makes you sympathize as a rebel. You're like, oh, this place is just awful for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
they throw him into prison for nothing.
Literally nothing. Now, granted, technically, he deserves to be in prison, but they
didn't catch him doing what he was actually doing. But what they got him on was so he was just literally wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, no due process.
And they're just they're like, go work in a labor camp till you die.
Mm-hmm.
Although that's not what we say to the public, that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
So as far as other live action shows, I thought The Mandalorian was really good. It had its weak moments. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was just as good. I think season 3, near the end of season 2.5 was also pretty decent. Book of Boba Fett. Season 2.5.
I thought that was a low point, but
when he comes in, I think it was pretty good. I kind of like the whole thing they put there with the Grogu, where
I think it would have been a decent show if they would have if it wasn't the Book of Boba Fett. If it was somebody else, because it's not Boba Fett, in my opinion.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was happy that they got the actor who played Jango. So he's the real person who should be playing Boba Fett.
Yeah,
I like that. I kind of liked
the died.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he's the one you want, the guy they got. So they got the right guy. I kind of liked the Sand People kind of arc thing they did. I just didn't I guess it's just your preconception of who Boba Fett is. You think he's just this hard ass bounty hunter. And all of a sudden, he's just this soft-hearted, I'm going to help these people. It was a real quick turn with very little, reasoning behind it.
I mean, I guess if you try to look back at the actual shows, like Rebels and
yeah, if you look back at in Clone Wars, literally Kid Boba. But,
so I guess you could make a correlation there.
I was going to say Boba was also trained by probably one of the best bounty hunters at the time. Because Boba overtook him.
Yeah,
Cad Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think Cad Bane was a way better bounty hunter than Boba. In the Clone Wars, back to the Clone Wars, it always goes back to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Keep
Just
that in mind.
again, all of Boba Fett lore. Guess where it comes from?
Yep.
Clone
Like
Wars.
Cad Bane, like how many times did he go up against not just one Jedi but two Jedis and got away unscathed? Like, you know, I thought Cad Bane was cool, so when they brought him in live action, I thought that was really cool. I don't really think Boba Fett could have beat him, but whatever. Plot.
I mean, I think it's possible.
It's
that he beat him.
doable. Master, I mean, people surpasses Master. I guess, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
like-
you gotta think how old. I mean, I don't know how long his race lives, but Cad Bane was getting up in years at that point.
Yeah.
Like, think
So-
how old Boba is in that series, and you realize like Cad Bane was like a full adult, while Boba was like 7.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
How long does their species live? And blah,
Right.
blah,
He could be a but
But yeah, I mean, live action. I thought, like I was saying, like Mandalorian was good. I thought season 3 of that one was weak, where it's like, oh, you walk both paths. I'm like, what? Okay, now you're going against your creed, and you're okay. So I guess they just agreed to build Mandalore with both creeds. I don't know.
I mean,
I
I'm
see
okay
what they're
with
trying
that
to do,
particular
but
part. Just do the fact that like there's different sects, different cults of
right.
So I wasn't too
Yeah.
terribly upset about that.
well, I mean, the direction the Mandalorian is going, because the show The Mandalorian can be anybody. It's not, because they established Mandalorian is not Din Djarin. The Mandalorian could be Bo-Katan.
Mhm.
So, I don't know where they're going to go with that show. I mean, we talked about the upcoming Star Wars project, Mandalorian and Grogu, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be good.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in 25, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So,
There's still a lot of good stories to tell in Star Wars, and they're all stemming off of Ahsoka and the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
right. Book of Boba Fett, I think it's a skip. Just watch the parts with Din Djarin and Grogu returning. Other than that, you can skip it. I don't think
There's some
Especially
good
those
stuff in there.
Stupid
It's okay.
moped high speed chase.
Oh, the freaking mopeds, the biker gang,
Oh, yeah.
teens he recruits.
And then let's see.
It's like,
Bad
I'm gonna
Batch.
give me a biker gang. It's
Bad
just
Batch has
mopeds.
its moments. I like the introduction to Bad Batch, how they introduced the whole system that the Empire's trying to do
Mhm.
to keep people in. I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
And then from there, it's just their adventures. I think Omega is completely annoying. I can't stand that character. Then that's my problem with Bad Batch. Like, I don't have attachment to any of those characters.
So
Part-
the thing with Bad Batch is the biggest thing is that they are trying to set up the return of Palpatine.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
the Rise
Now,
of Skywalker.
the only thing that keeps me going on Bad Batch is the fact that
It's lore.
I don't care about that. I can read that
Yeah.
up. Is the fact that they somehow miraculously brought Asajj Ventress back from the dead.
How do you know
um,
that? You haven't watched it.
What's that?
How do you know that? You haven't watched it.
Well, I know Asajj Ventress is in season 3.
Yeah.
So I don't have to watch it to know that.
Yeah.
I like Asajj Ventress. I thought she was cool. I thought she was an underrated Sith.
Officially,
she wasn't-
I
She
guess
wasn't technically a
unofficially.
Sith,
She was
She was
technically
the apprentice of an apprentice.
right?
but she is she died in the book.
Dark
I think-
Disciple.
Dark Disciple, but I guess they decided to bring her back, which is fine because I liked her.
Yeah, she's got one of the cooler design lightsabers. Next week, I'll show and tell one of my lightsabers.
Yeah, because she's got the curved ones too, like Dooku. Because
Yeah.
Dooku trained her in her style. Yeah.
Dooku's probably Count Dooku's probably one of my favorite Sith Lords. Honestly, I think he, because I don't think he was quite convinced that the Sith was the way, but he also was for sure knew that the Jedi were wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, because Tales of the Jedi, in that one you see him, why he turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't
basically,
think
they're like,
I think he turned to the dark
making
side
fun
because
of
he
a
didn't have a
dude.
choice. He thought that was
well, I
the
think
right choice.
like you said, I think he's just like, well, I know this side's wrong, so I'm going to go see what this other side's about.
Right. And because you go back to the movies, like in the movie when Anakin defeats him, and Palpatine says, "Kill him," and Dooku is legitimately shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? This wasn't part of the
I think-
plan." And
Honestly, I think that's
point-
where you realize that the Sith is also the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Like right then and there. I think Palpatine was just a master manipulator and was just great at using the doubt in Dooku's mind of the Jedi to control him.
Well, Sidious was, speaking of Sidious, was it Clone Wars?
No,
God,
against,
everything goes back to Clone Wars, right?
yeah,
Because it's good.
it's the best show.
When like he realizes there's a disturbance in the dark side, and realizes that Maul and Savage were plotting to go up against him, he goes and wipes the floor with both of them.
Oh yeah, no, he just goes and like, let me
That's
show
one
you
of
how
the-
this is done, boys.
That was probably the bet. Like after seeing that fight and then seeing him fight against Yoda and Mace Windu, I'm like, I feel like they destroyed his character in that movie, because the simple fact of how he was able to fight against Savage and Maul, no problem. And then he struggled against Mace Windu and Yoda. I mean, kinda. He just threw his
I don't know if
stuff.
he struggled against Mace Windu. I think Mace Windu like genuinely kind of like caught him off guard.
So, no, I think Sidious used Mace. He lost against Mace. He lost to Mace Windu on purpose to sway Anakin. He was like being the martyr victim, sacrificing himself for that.
I forgot where
look-
it is in the lore. I feel like it's in a book somewhere, but I think officially, Dooku did 100% beat Palpatine.
Yeah. So yeah, I in terms of lightsaber hilts, I think Dooku's is up there by far. It's super cool.
Oh, which
Mhm.
reminds me, I think there's supposed to be a new Shatterpoint book, or at least a sequel to the Shatterpoint book coming out here soon, which is another decent book to go out. It really kind of explains Mace Windu's whole thing.
Which is cool.
His thing is Shatterpoint, so pretty much he can look at a situation, he could see pretty much how all the threads are linked together, and he can end a conflict pretty much by identifying where the shatter point is, and he's able to remove that. So,
Mace Windu's a dick, though.
yeah, he's
Just
got
gonna
a dick. But that is another decent book. It has its ups and downs, but it was a good book though. So yeah, check out Shatterpoint.
Yeah, you notice that Mace Windu wasn't really in Clone Wars a whole lot.
I mean, he was and he wasn't. I mean, he was in more than
Yeah, he was
some of the other
more-
characters.
He was in almost as much as Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're more tied into like the High Council, so they're not venturing out near as much.
right. Yoda is now has more canon, has more appearances than Mace Windu does. So,
Yeah.
People like Yoda better.
Young Jedi Adventures. That was my transition to that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I still gotta watch it.
still haven't
Okay,
seen it.
I'll concede. I haven't watched that one yet.
The only show set in the High Republic era.
Yeah, I've seen bits and parts. Supposedly, the season 2 of this show, it's going to have they do a whole thing at Starlight Citadel, which I read about after Tom told me what it was. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've been trying to
Like-
get my 5-year-old to watch it, but he loves Star Wars, but he's just not into that one as much.
My
Yeah,
4-year-old likes
they
it.
love the thought of Star Wars. They don't actually love sitting down and watching Star Wars.
My 4-year-old
Mine
likes
does,
it.
but they love
so-
watching. Mine loves watching pod racing.
Oh.
So,
We watch the pod race over and over again.
Yeah.
speaking of the kids' Star Wars, though, my oldest Grayson wants. He's like, "Dude, I want to collect lightsabers." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So he has. I collect the actual lightsabers, the ones that are like from Disney, the expensive ones. I know there's a bunch of different ones you can get, online, whatever like that. But I like the official ones. Officially say these are Disney ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he has Mace Windu's plastic lightsaber. He's got like a variation of Ahsoka's plastic lightsaber, which is weird. He's got a dark saber, and then he's got Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So, and then the one after the one below him, boy, has the girl Lily. She has Darth Vader's lightsaber, plastic one, and then the 6-year-old has the Mickey's lightsaber. It's really cool. It's like a hilt and it's got Mickey Mouse symbols across one of it. I mean, I got it at Disney World. It was really cool. So rabbit trail.
Also, like lightsaber Mickey Mouse ears, like
That'd be fun. I was thinking just have the cross guard as Mickey Mouse ears.
That'd be cool too, but
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
it's a blue lightsaber. It's a really cool looking hilt. So, but anyways, as
Also,
far
Mickey's
as
an attacker with the
Yeah.
blue, huh?
Yeah, I feel
So as
like
far
it should
as,
be red though, because let's face it, Mickey's fucking evil. You guys have watched South Park, right?
Darth Mouse.
yeah, he likes to fuck bats.
Yeah. Bats and pangolins. Apparently, there's a new South Park coming out on Paramount. I forgot what the date is, but it's something about
Yeah.
like weight loss.
Oh,
or
weight
something.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nerd
anyways,
news. No.
Rabbit Trail. Yeah, they're new South Park. But yeah, I mean, I don't have really much more to say about the shows. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Let's see. Are we forgetting any television shows? We forgot the best one of all.
Mhm.
Star Wars Christmas
I was about to say
special.
the Christmas specials, which are going to be bringing
And
up. Yep.
with that, let's bring it to an end. I'm just
You don't
kidding.
see like Boba Fett like riding in on like a giant like
Oh,
long neck dinosaur.
yeah, I mean, you have the discarded TV shows like I see why they discarded it, but I thought it was really good too. The Clone Wars micro series on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
When it was out, I think that was good. They had
it was all right. Yeah,
they had the Star Wars droids, that vintage thing.
droids and Ewoks.
Droids and Ewoks, yeah.
I definitely remember watching a few of those as a kid.
Me too. And I tried watching some now. They're cringe.
Oh yeah,
It's
Oh, they're
bad.
bad then.
100%.
They're
But
so
my kid
bad.
Bear's like, it's Star Wars. It's
It was
something Star
vintage.
Wars. Woo.
Other discarded projects was the Ewok. You know, they still did the Ewok Adventure. Wow, you remember that one with the evil sorceress and stuff like that? I used to like that. Shit.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
It was so
Oh,
bad.
We
Just
never brought up
The Star
the
Tours count.
Star Wars
Star
Legos.
Tours. Yeah, Star Wars Legos is the TV show.
Yeah.
Now the Star Wars Legos one,
Well, technically
they have
a
one that
movie,
was
but yeah.
decent. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's canon, but
None of them are canon.
I thought it was really cool how they had one that's after Episode 9, and it's the Rey goes through time and
Yeah, the world between
I don't
worlds
know,
type
goes through
scenario.
different times and
Yeah.
fights. I thought that was interesting.
It's all right.
Honestly, God, I still hope they're gonna bring that back and they're gonna somehow go and just like retcon the entire sequel trilogy.
Sequel. They could do it.
They could do it.
Could do
They're
it.
setting it up.
Bring back Kylo Ren and as Ben Solo. I'm fine with that one.
He could
You
even
gotta
turn
have-
that guy again. That's totally fine. Just
I'm fine
Yeah.
with Kylo. Like,
You can
I
have
still think it
Kylo
should have been
come back.
Thrawn.
Well, it could be Thrawn and Kylo. I mean, unless you want to do the actual canon, or not the actual canon, the actual kids and the books that and the legends that Leia and Han had, Jason and Jaina Solo, and then Jason Solo becomes Darth Cadius or Cadius, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce it. You know
Yeah,
that about that
but
one? The whole heir to
I've
the
heard
Empire.
of it, but
yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with the story arc. I haven't gotten down to those books yet.
Yeah, it's a Legends, heir to the Empire. One of the Solo kids, Jason Solo, turns to the dark side, and actually delivers a massive blow to Luke by killing his wife, Mara Jade.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty, massive blow to Luke. So yeah.
Speaking of weird Luke lores, it's one of the only things I didn't like about the Mandalorian, where just Luke just shows up like, oh, by the way, I've got Yoda's lightsaber. Like,
oh
where
yeah.
did you get that? Where did you get that?
Yeah.
So maybe Yoda. Well, no, maybe he got it from Yoda when.
I'm
He
pretty
died.
sure. So I mean,
I
Yoda
guess he
had
could have
his.
maybe was digging through his trunk in Dagobah, like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those scenarios. I mean, I think he went back and visited Dagobah a few times. At
Yeah.
least the
Yeah.
Legends books he went back and visited. Nothing in canon, I think, is said that he's gone back and visited yet, but I think it's kind of implied.
I guess in all reality, I can believe Luke having Yoda's lightsaber a lot more than just Luke's or like Anakin's old blue lightsaber just showing up in one of that weird.
Yeah.
They're like, I got this for you. Like, you dropped that on Cloud City. Where?
Yeah.
How did that just show up?
That
Right.
was-
Although apparently, I think that building was supposed to be like an old Sith temple. So who knows?
Which one? Cloud City?
No, that castle in the sequel trilogy where with all the flags.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I'll have to double check with that.
It's
that
a
lore.
really old like looking temple, and I think it's supposed to be a Sith temple, but
I know there's some significance there. I don't think it's a Sith temple, but I could be completely wrong. But I know
Yeah.
they explained it at some point in time, and I kind of forgot what it was. But whatever.
yeah, that might be something different. But
But anyways,
I also just know the best Easter egg of that whole scene was there's pod racer parts in the background.
oh yeah, I have to see that again. I haven't seen that forever.
Don't, they're bad, but
What's bad?
Sequel.
The
The
sequel
one thing that
trilogies.
was bad.
Oh,
The
Three
best
things.
thing about that movie was seeing a pod racer part. I mean, how that tells you how bad it was.
well,
So I'm just like,
eh,
I'm just reminded of pod racing, and that's way better than this entire thing.
yeah. I mean, the prequel trilogies were decent. I thought.
Yeah.
The
I would have
yeah.
loved to
worst thing-
see like an actual pod race. That would have been great.
The prequel.
sequel-
the prequel gets better after you read the books.
Well, the prequel trilogy, I think its biggest thing was they relied too much on green screen.
Yeah.
Like so now
Yeah.
when you watch
Yeah.
when you watch some of it, like the Battle of Geonosis, the Battle of Mustafar,
Yeah, they look a little dated. Yeah,
they look
Mhm.
dated. But I mean, as far as story writing on and how you see Anakin's rise, you're just like, Padme was an idiot. I'm like, dude, you know how many red flags Anakin throws up in episode 2, and then episode 3 he throws up even more red flags, and she's like, "Oh, I love you. You're not gonna go to the dark side, are you?"
Yeah.
Clearly he is. You saw the red flags go up. Come on now.
Yeah, you're
he's
surprised
also what
you
like
killed
eight
younglings?
years younger than her.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay. Age is just
7,
doesn't
but
really
yeah.
matter.
What's one of those like in episode 1, like they a big age gap, and like episode 2, like they're like the same age now. Like what happened?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they were old. I mean, he was probably like 20, she was 28, something like that.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's not wrong. I'm just saying it's.
It's fine. He's legal. He likes cougars, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
fine.
just more like former queen seeing this like kid that they picked up at a dirt planet. Like,
Yeah.
it's like go away.
We got lucky.
I'm a
Just
freaking
right
queen,
time.
yo.
Right time, right place, you know. That's all.
Yeah,
So, but anyways, I
looked
mean,
at his
that's,
lightsaber. She
Let's
was
face it,
impressed.
Natalie Portman's older than I am. I'd pee in her butt.
I mean, I don't really have much else as far as TV shows.
Yeah, I think we covered it pretty good. I mean, I don't think we missed anything major.
Yeah, again, we listed the shows out. We gave our opinions on what we liked, what we didn't like, and that's about it.
Yeah, I will.
Just looking
end-
forward to things to come.
Oh, wait a minute, we forgot to mention one. It's the it's the one before the prequels. Not before the sequels. What Resistance?
Oh, I did forget
that.
about that. one.
Oh
It was
yeah,
forgettable.
'cause it's not that great. Yeah,
Yeah, super forgettable. Ugh. Okay, now
We
it's a
forgot that
prequel
one
to
for-
the worst trilogy ever.
We forgot that one on purpose. So yeah, Young Jedi Adventures is
Yeah.
better than that show. I try.
Probably.
I tried watching it. I was gonna say real quick, in Young Jedi Adventures, my youngest son, you know what his favorite character is? Kai Brightstar. What's his favorite character?
It's not like the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why it's his favorite
So,
character?
so the show is working.
Well, you know why it's his favorite character? His name is Kai.
It says,
Yeah.
oh, there you go. That's me.
And he
That's
goes, I tell him,
tiny.
like, oh, look, that's Kai. He's like, no, I'm Kai.
No, that's
funny.
right.
So, but I got him a little Kai Brightstar character. It was like clearance for $3 at Walmart. So I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you gotta
cool.
have
Your
this.
boy's sounding an awful like a Sith, being like, there can be only one.
There
Yeah.
can only be one.
Only
So-
Sith dealing absolutes.
Yes. I am the only Kai.
Eventually, but yeah, all right. I mean, I think we got everything covered. Next time I should be cool and have a nice background like you guys do. Look at that.
I know.
Got my
So,
Sarge
I'm
I'll
at
try
Strider.
what?
You don't really have the ghosting too bad, but
Yeah, no, it's looking pretty good. And I think it's specifically
He's
this-
got a better background. I've got more stuff going on in my
that, and also
background,
the
so-
headphones. That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I was wearing over the ear headphones. I'm like, I'm gonna need to switch over to my earbuds.
yeah. So
Oh, this just sounds so good.
I'm just gonna get
Oh, I
green
know.
screen on my stuff. I'm gonna put green screen right here and stuff, so it'll be much better.
That'd be nice.
I got one. I'm gonna mess with it. This maybe soon. I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah.
I think that's all we got.
Well, come
Yeah.
check us out. We're gonna be doing some hell diving. I know Dagan, you'll probably be on with me Wednesday, and then I think both of you will be on Thursday.
Yeah.
Doing some hell
Yeah,
diving.
I might be on Wednesday, depending, but definitely Thursday.
I'll be on one of the days.
Okay. So
Well-
yeah, come check me out at Mobile Ninja Gaming on Rumble. I haven't been uploading
Maybe
my
not
past couple
Thursday.
ones.
Not this Thursday for me. Sorry.
I haven't been uploading to YouTube, but I need to start uploading to YouTube again. Now that my computer's back up and running.
Let's shoot
anyway,
for
stop being a
Wednesday.
lazy piece of shit. So, but yeah, Mobile Ninja Gaming. Come check me
Yeah.
out.
I'm on nothing right now. I'm reworking my stuff.
Yeah.
So
You
it
were
took-
on the
months.
Nerdy Face podcast.
Oh yeah, the
You
Nerdy Face
also
podcast.
can be found on the Nerdy Face Discord. So that's where you can find us. Ask
You'll
us
see
questions.
me. You'll hear me talking on Mobile Ninja Gaming because
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm there.
Heck, join us. You might even be able to play with us.
Yeah. No, for real. Like if you listen to
Yeah.
this and want to play, drop say, hey, I play Fortnite. I'll play Fortnite with you. Hey, I play Helldivers. We'll invite you to Helldive with us.
Yeah, I need to start installing
You know,
some games again, but we'll
We
get there eventually.
we'll play. We'll play just about anything. Well, I don't know about Dagan, but I'll play just about anything with anyone. Overwatch 2, let's go. So
Yeah.
You know.
Hop on, play with Surge. Show him up.
So Stardew Valley, let's go. I'll invite you to my farm. You can see my farm. So I have 3 farms.
Yeah. I'll play World of Tanks with you.
I need to get back down to that. But yeah, Nerd Fam,
Mm.
y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deuces.
All right.
Don't forget to like and
Bye.
subscribe.
Indeed. All right, bye.